Let's talk about color. This is a crucial understanding. Crucial understanding. You have to understand what I'm about to tell you. And if you don't understand it, I have high doubts that you're going to be able to achieve good results with color. And first of all, I want to say that achieving good results with color is very, very important. Like, you see great colors from other photographers and you think to yourself, this is so pleasing to the eye. And there's no lens or camera body that can achieve those results. It has to come from understanding some of it when you shoot, but a lot of it when you edit. And for me, it was a long way because I thought, okay, if I only want to learn great colors, I can follow other photographers and they can teach me. Some of them teach, but it didn't work. So first thing I did was went to tools, and then I went to theory. I started by following tutorials, moving this slider, doing this slider, moving it here, moving it there. And frustrating. It didn't happen. It didn't work for me. And then I thought, okay, so maybe I should learn color theory. I didn't know there's such a thing. And then I started learning color theory because I realized that there's such a thing. And it didn't help me either. They taught me that you can Google it, there's like a color wheel, and then there's complementary colors on the color wheel that complement each other, and all you have to do is like make your subject wear this color, and then the background will have the complementary color. It didn't work for me at all, and that's like rules. Artists cannot follow rules and only use tools. Every great artist that ever lived, and you too, when you have a good result, it's not because something that you can actively control that comes from your brain. There's something deeper that we communicate with as artists, and you have to understand it, and you have to realize that if you want to make real good results that will touch people and that will touch yourself. First of all, when you see it, you will feel like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And we have that part inside of us. It's called, I don't know what, the subconscious. Some spiritual people will, go into the spiritual understandings of what it is, and then there's call it the intuition. Where does a dream come from? Where does a beautiful melody come in the middle of the day when a composer comes up with a melody? It comes from an infinite place that we don't understand. There is a way to communicate with that place, and that's very, very simple. If you want to achieve great results, you have to put aside for a moment all the sliders in the world and all the color theory in the world, and what you have to do is go out to the world and look at it and observe it, and that is it. Okay, what do I mean by that? Go out to the world, take a look at the ocean, and see that there's different shades of blue in the ocean. I don't want you to analyze it. I do not want you to look at the world and think, okay, what kind of an RGB blue this color picker would choose and tell me. I don't care. I don't need you to analyze the sunset and say, okay, it has this kind of a peach, kind of an orange, and the pink. Just observe it. Notice when you look at the sunset, the harmony of the different colors that are interacting with each other. Okay, notice it. I want you to notice one color, like when you look at anything that you look at, but then look around it. Let your peripheral view absorb other colors that are coming from around, and notice that there's a harmony of colors. Sometimes you might like it more, sometimes you might like it less, but you're going to notice their relationship between different colors. Okay, don't analyze it, look at it. So there's three things. One, look at one color, look at the tone of it, look how beautiful it is, or what do you feel about it. Ask yourself, what do I feel about this kind of color? And then notice the relationship between colors. Third thing, notice the material that is projecting that color. So it could be that I'm looking at a gray that will come from a piece of plastic, a gray that will come from a stone. It might be in this part of my brain, it might be the same exact gray. Doesn't matter. I'm a human being. I have a psychology, and stone affects my psychology different than plastic, and yours too. When I look at plastic, I feel something. When I look at stone, I feel something else. And when the color comes to me from a stone, it just affects me differently than a color that comes from plastic, even if it's the exact same color. And I want you to understand that, because when you're going to start working and when you're going to start shooting and when you're going to start editing, you're going to start knowing, not even understanding, you're just knowing things. And all you have to do is kind of go out to the world and start noticing those things. If it helps you, sit down and make notes. But I didn't have to do that. I only had to start noticing that and looking at the world, looking at a flower, looking at the changing seasons, how the changing seasons, they always make different color harmonies in the world around me. Notice the texture of different materials that project that kind of a color. And when you start looking at other people's photos, suddenly you're going to be like, oh, look, he's using so much wood. You're going to see it in my photos too. Sometimes he's using a lot of iron, a lot of steel. How does it feel? It feels cold. Steel feels cold. Wood feels warm. You know what I'm talking about? I want you to start doing that. And it's not going to take a day, but it's also not going to take a month. Start noticing the world around you whenever you have time. Feed this deeper part of you. Don't try to train it. Don't try to analyze it. Feed it with the information. See how it feels. Something might feel good. Something might feel bad. Great. As long as there is information that's coming in there, look at the world around you. And you're going to see that you won't even notice, but you can look at your photos and you're going to be like, oh, now I see that something in me knew that I want to shoot over a background from stone. And oh, now I understand why I told my subject to change a shirt. Now I know why, because it was a different color, because it was a different kind of a material. Those things will make you develop your own taste. Something that you will never be able to summarize with words, but you will just know. Just like great chefs know, they have this intuition of how to make this recipe work, how to make this food taste amazing, how to make this melody in the guitar or the piano something that will sound divine. Okay, notice those things, give it time, and then you can go into sliders. Then, and I'm not talking about like go out for a whole month and don't touch sliders. No, you can do it together with each other. If you go out and look at the world for 20 minutes and then go and touch sliders again, you're going to see a curve and an incremental curve of how your results become inevitably much better. You will become not only a good color photographer or editor, but just a much better artist. So do that, and let's go into sliders now.